Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm going to do my August book haul part 2. So these are the books that I bought in bookstores during the month of August. So as a total, I bought 18 books this month, 10 of them online, and then 8 of them in physical stores. So my part 1 book haul, which I'll link down below, is all the stuff that I bought online. These are the 8 that I bought in stores. So we'll just kind of get into it. So the first 2 books, I went to a small used bookstore close to where I work, and it's one of those places where I go in looking for certain things, and I never seem to find really what I want, but I always feel bad about walking out without buying something, and I have walked out without buying things. It's just sometimes if I have a little extra money, I'll buy something. So I had some money, so I decided to buy Chimes at Midnight and The Winter Long, which are both by Seanan McGuire, and they are books 7 and 8 of the October Days series. I didn't realize they were quite that far into the series. I am nowhere near this far in yet, but they are in really good condition. All I can say is it's an urban fantasy series with a half-fae named October Day, and she, in the first book, Rosemary Rue, she is kind of an outcast and was trapped as a fish for many years and lost touch with her family and as well as her patrons or who looked at, who she worked for. So that book was all about her coming back and dealing with, kind of returning to the life she had before, except not, she's lost a lot of stuff over the years. I can't remember how long she was a fish. Anyway, in a koi pond. But these are farther in the series, and I've read only the first book. I started reading the second one and got distracted, so I want to get back to it. These are, as I said, pretty far down the road, but they're really nice copies, and I felt like I should buy something, and those ones were the ones calling to me the most. So anyway, so at another used bookstore, I bought The House at Riverton by Kate Morton. Now, I don't know a whole lot about her. I just know that she writes a lot of books that are a historical setting and then more modern day. So, like, they have this one has it where a poet killed himself in front of 2 sisters at some party back in 1924. And then in 1999, their maid is being interviewed by somebody who wants to make a film about the poet and what happened. So I believe that's how it goes. Anyway, so her telling the story of what happened. And I kind of like that where it has the present and the past kind of thing. I just think so I'm going to give her a try. I have not read any of her stuff, but I'm trying to find more of these kind of books that are, kind of drama stuff. I guess that there's, I don't know. It just sounded fun. I don't know. If you've read it, let me know. Again, that's the first Kate Morton books that I picked up. The other book I picked up at that same time was the Yiddish Policemen's Union by Michael Chabon. This is my book club's October pick, so I need to read this by the second Tuesday of October, so I have a little time, but I've got a used copy. I don't know a whole lot about this. I just have never read anything by him, but I know this has to do with, I think, Alaska and a temporary Jewish settlement that might is either being dissolved or moved or something, I'm not sure, and then something goes wrong, and there's something supernatural about this. I'm guessing part of it's the alternate history, but I have no idea what it is. But anyway, I'm looking forward to trying something new, I guess. So then, just this last weekend, I discovered the Amazon bookstore at my local mall. Now, I haven't been to a mall in many years. I usually just stick to the outside and hit the restaurants or stores that I want to hit, and I don't go inside. So I braved the mall on a really, like a 90-degree day, might have been even 95-degree day, to go to this bookstore because I've been wanting to check out the Amazon bookstore to see how it worked and everything. It was kind of weird using your phone to get prices, but I did find something new that I didn't go in there looking for, and that's the Rejected Writers Book Club by Suzanne Kelman. And I just saw this on the shelf, never heard of it. It's a couple of years old, too, so it's weird that I didn't know anything about this, but it has to do with a librarian who is talked into going to this book club, pretty much dragged there by her friends or one of her friends or something, and it's a group of authors or writers who are trying to get published, and they just got their 500th rejection, so it's kind of like a party, but I think some things go wrong, and I know there's something about a road trip to San Francisco to see some publisher about some secret. So that's about all I know. I don't want to know a whole lot more than that, but it just sounded interesting and fun. The second book, I guess, came out a couple of months ago, so if I do like this series, I would probably pick that up too. But as I said, I got the first book. I just thought it sounded interesting, and it was complete by just random. I saw it on the shelf, and I checked it out, and it sounded interesting. So another book that I picked out, this one was one I'd heard about here on YouTube, BookTube, but I don't actually remember anybody actually saying they've read it. I know I've seen it on some hauls, and that was The Storied Life of A.J. Fikey by Gabrielle Zevin, I think is how it's said. All I know about this is that it's a man who owns a bookstore, and everything is going wrong in his life, and then something gets left at the bookstore one day. And of course, everything changes. So I don't know more past that. I don't really want to know. So I'm kind of looking for this. I just don't know if the people are really liking it or not. I just think the premise sounds really cool. So I picked it up. And I was in a book buying mood, obviously, because I bought another couple books. Anyway, so the next book I bought was The Housekeeper and the Professor by Yoko Ogawa. Now I have Hotel Iris already sitting on my shelf that I need to read, but this is one I just saw on Mel's channel, on Mel's Bookland Adventures, and it was her online book club, I think, and she did a review on it. And I saw Doris from Aldi Books had this as well, and I think can't remember now if she finished it or not yet. But I was really interested in it because it has to do with the housekeeper who's taking care of this professor who had some kind of, I don't know if it's an accident or something, but he can only remember 80 minutes at a time of his life. So he has post-it notes and everything about everything because he can't remember anything. And I know that he has some kind of relationship also with the housekeeper's son, I think for something to do with schoolwork because the professor was a math professor. So I don't know. I really like Japanese literature, so I'm really looking forward to reading this. I probably should have waited until after I read Hotel Iris, but I was there. It was there, and it ended up in my basket. Anyway, and the last one that I bought there at the Amazon store was one I've been looking for or haven't let myself buy, but because I got it for the same price as if I'd sent for it, I bought it. So it's The Nix by Nathan Hill. I mean, it's pretty much a pretty huge saga book about a man whose mom or mother left him when he was young, left the family, was a radical in the 60s, and then something happens later that either she gets into some kind of trouble and she's asking him for help. So that's all I know about this. I don't know a lot past that. I think most of the people I've seen is on their shelves, I don't know if they've actually read it. I know, how does she say her name? Sorry, Helene Jepsen? I don't know how she says her last name. I'll have her link down below. I know she has read it, and I know she liked it. It's on her shelf as well, prominently. So, and all the channels I've mentioned are also linked down below. So, anyway, another big hunkin' drama. Anyway, should be fun. Anyway, so that's all the books I bought in August. I think I did fairly well. I want to buy more books, but I'm going to try to hold myself a little back this next month because I have so much books to read. Now that I got through all my library books, now I can actually read all these books that I own. So let's go to it. So anyway, if you guys have read any of these, let me know. Did you like them? Or say, hey, you should read this first and we can talk about it, or anything. I'm just curious to see if you guys liked any of these books and if I'm going to enjoy them. So I will talk to you guys later. Okay, bye.